It's early access. It's Lorwyn Eclipsed, and we're going to draft. I just finished a draft. We're going to go in for one, and hopefully we have a fast table here. I don't know how many people are playing in the early access, but it seems like a lot. I think people are really excited for Lorwyn Eclipsed. I am too. We've been talking about the lore of Lorwyn. Wow, already a full table. We've been talking about like Lorwyn's story and everything else in chat, and how we really wish it had 2 sets, maybe a book. Maybe not focused around Strixhaven students, because they are half the legendaries in the set. Well, they're 4/5. It depends if you count Lewin. I had Lewin in my last draft. He made so many worms. It's like, ooh, I drew a land. Not a dead card. It's a land. Oh, look, Strixhaven student. Tam! Tam is like the best enabler for Vivid. And I haven't really done Vivid stuff. I've played a couple of them. I would say that my number 1 pick in this pack is Graveshifter. I think Graveshifter value in this set is amazing. It's every creature type. It grabs another creature. You can loop them. The stat line's not terrible for this set. And if you have like a pair, like that's really nice. Flock Imposter is also pretty good, but I would love to try some Vivid stuff. So I'm going to take Tam, Mindful First Year, who I have a YouTube video scripted about, legit like a 15-minute long video all about Tam. And I'm really hoping I have the energy to record and edit that sometime before the set actually comes out. I might not make it for pre-release weekend. That's fine. I've been dealing with my cat's health problems and everything else. Oh, I know Terabad. That's, oh gosh, is that Strong Sad? Formerly Strong Sad? Do I know anybody else here? I don't think so. Sig's command is okay. At worst, it just draws you a card and can give you some lifelink. It's better if you have a lot of merfolk. But I mentioned before, I think like Graveshifter's pretty ace. There isn't anything Vivid that I care about here. There's this, the Luminalisk. I don't think that's worth it. Is she like a 2-mana mother? Sort of. She can give hexproof. And like her static is really nice. But she does not... Oh no, she can target herself, but she doesn't give herself the hexproof. This is also fine. I'm gonna take that Graveshifter though. And while there are these 2-color pairs that you can build around for this set, they're all based around creature types like green, black, elves. You totally don't need to. This is not bad because it is a flyer. No Vivid stuff I'd want here. That's too bad. I think Dream Caesar, stick with some of the black cards, could be nice. You want your Tams and ley lines? Yeah, if only she protected herself. Keep Out's fine removal. This is a Fixin, and also becomes a guy. LC's Dreams. Or do I want to, like, I don't know, bank on getting some elementals? This is also a 4-mana 3/3 flyer, which is pretty good. Harmonized Crescendo is only really good if you are heavy in one creature type, which I probably won't be. Dundulan Weaver. I think if I go for like green-black is good. As for Vivid, if I get a turn 2 Tam, I can make her 5 colors and have a turn 3 6/5. Do I want to live that dream? More than you know. I wanna make this happen. Like, what are the chances I get Tam down on turn 2 and she lives through the turn? Not super. I kind of feel like I should take the Weaver, but no, I want this to happen. Pitiless Fists. Yeah, she could probably fist fight someone. Miscelana Informant, Percher, Gleamers. I think that these are pretty good. Prideful Feastling's cute. So long as I'm in green, though, I feel like Informant or Fists could be pretty nice. It's removal. And I haven't gotten any of, like, the big black removal yet. There's another Dream Caesar. I don't think I want that many, unless I had something to do with the -1/-1 counters, like remove them to get a benefit. Watcher is fine. Not terrible. We've got a Sizzling Changeling. But I kind of want to stick with, like, the base of just being a 2-color deck. Maybe 3 colors. Fixing is weird in this set. There is okay fixing, but it's not on lands. You know what? I'm taking another Dream Caesar. Take another Caesar salad. Oh, I actually like Gut Splitter Gang. It's a 4-mana 6/6 that, well, hopefully you have something to do with the counters. Stompling, Archer. Ooh, actually, Blackthorn is fun too. Yeah, let's grab that. Chomping Changeling. Okay, it's a 3-mana creature that can destroy artifacts and enchantments. I like that. The Sky Swimmer. So the Sky Swimmer is the blue-white flying Convoke fish folk there. But I don't know if I want to get into blue or white. Do it for the colors? No, Tam is my enabler for now. All right, we got Flying Destruction, Kithkin. I actually like this Enraged Flamecaster. I think bringing in red, when in doubt, Jund him out. You're gonna notice right now I don't have 2-drops. That's in red. That triggers Flamecaster and could draw me cards. It's got more colors. Yeah, I should probably take some 2-drops. Yeah, the hybrid mana stuff in this set is very fun. I don't really want any of these. I'll take the Shore Lurker. Bark of Duran I don't think is great in limited, just because a lot of things have symmetrical power and toughness. There's a lot of bears in this set. Yeah, bears with various upsides, sometimes supporting creature types. This is cool if you have like a blight you can do onto the thing that you active treason. I'm just gonna take this though. And a Percher. Probably not gonna make it into the deck. Ooh, Bitterbloom Bearer. I could lose a life every turn. This is pretty sweet removal for limited. How do you get to the draft? You have to be in the early access event for this. Yeah, I'm taking the Bitterbloom Bearer. Like, so this is black to cast. We're gonna get there. This is also a nuts card. So this, I would say, forces your opponent to remove it. I would also say this is a very good card, especially if you're heavy in green-black with the self-mill archetype. This is pretty good. But Dawnhand Dissident, remember how I was saying I want a way to use up my Blight? This card uses up -1/-1 counters so efficiently that it is absurd that it's a 1-drop. It lets you recur your creatures from the graveyard, and the cost is that you remove -1/-1 counters. Are you kidding me? That's the cost? That's not a cost, that's a benefit. Oh, hey, there's another a Vivid card for my silly Vivid dreams. This is Fixing Ramp. I think I should actually take the removal. I think this might wheel. Probably not, but I'm gonna take Bogslither's Embrace. Darkhand Dissident is ridiculous. Yeah, I think this card is one of the most must-kill cards in the set. This is some card draw. Also, lets me blight, so I have more counters to remove. Yeah, it's a cost. This is just, if I'm heavy in Jund, it's a pretty nice card because it's a 2/3 with Death Touch. I don't have many goblins, but shapeshifters count. I like the Blackthorn a little, but I'm going to take this. It's a 2-drop, it's got good stats, and it might ping my opponent. Take it over Surly Farrier. Also, look at all the colors it has. Yay! Yeah, it's a cost. I think this card's wild. So if you see your opponent play one of those, get rid of it. Evolving Wilds, because I'm in 3 colors. Vile Boggart, because I think it's actually like a pretty decent 1-drop. Another Gut Splitter Gang. Again, now I have a way to use those -1/-1 counters. Kind of cool. This is just silly. It's a fun, yeah, but it's not what I want. Do I just want to take the Evolving Wilds here? I could take another Flamecaster, too. I'm going to take the Evolving Wilds. Perfect Intimidation. There's a way to use up -1/-1 counters as well. Okay, I like that. It's also it's a Mind Rot, which, sweet. Sweet. I've also had good luck with this card, Sundappled Celebrant, if you're in, especially Selesnya, where you're going wide with the Kithkin. Another boggart. Okie dokie. Or a zealot. Ooh. I think I'm gonna take the zealot. It has the basic land cycling and some card advantage, and it's a big boy. Then again, this trades with anything. I'm taking another Curse Crafter for now. Am I Jund? Yeah. I'm in the Junder Dome. Scar plays Malice. I'm not that big on. I'll grab it. Maybe I could grab Tilling instead. Boggart Prankster. Nah. Surly Farrier. Probably not. I'll take this Boggart. What day am I playing Peak? I think later today we might be playing Peak. I warned them I might need to reschedule to get an emergency vet appointment. Oh no, that's not what I want. I'm texting that group. What's up with Scraps? She's not eating. She's, I think being made... Oh, wow, that wheeled. Nice. Made a little sick from meds. So this card, I honestly wish were an uncommon. Because we've had similar uncommons in sets. Gloom Ripper, I feel like should have Lifelink or Death Touch or something else. More Cancel Loyalist is just fine. It's a 3-mana 3/2 that occasionally will have a minor upside. But I don't have many elves in this deck. I have a few. Another Council. Dagger's also kind of fun because it's just everything. Yeah, I feel like it needs one more thing to make this card more playable if you're not just super heavy in elves. If you are deep elf, that's great. It's sort of like, this card is at least fine if you don't have elves. Alright, there's Reanimation. That could be fine. Giant Fall could be really fun too, though. Ooh, Reanimation or Punch. There's also one of the Wild Vine Pummelers again. And I do kind of want to live that dream. I'm going to hope that wheels. I'm going to grab one of these. I think I want more removal. I'm going to take the Giant Fall. I could have 3 Boggart Curse Crafters. That's kind of too many. I'm going to take this. This is Ramp and Fixing. I like Moon Lamenter. If you want like a great way to use -1/-1 counters, there's a great way to use them. You just keep putting more on there. Keep drawing more cards. Even an Elf Ball? Yeah, it's like limited Elf Ball. A Wretched Wretch. Chomping Changeling, I already have one. I think I'm going to take the Wicker Maw as a fixing enabler. It's also good for Vivid. We have Hapatra, I thought, in Arena. I thought we had Hapatra, we have Nest of Scarabs, we have Yawgmoth. When they did the Ixalan remastered thing? Oh, the Amonkhet remastered? Did they not put her in the newer one? Because she was coded in Arena. This card has very few limited synergies. I actually just passed one of the reanimates. Still not a bad card. Just kind of wish it had more to do in this set. Like, this is a rare that's essentially it enters its surveils, and it has a small chance of doing something else. Like, this does not cast from Graveyard. It casts from Exile. I'll grab it. Look, I'm ended up with more elves. Elves is good. This is actually an elf I found very, very hard to deal with. I'm gonna grab that. Maybe she's not. That's too bad. I wish I could just rare draft this, but there's no rare drafting in this event. It doesn't do anything. Way to use up -1/-1 counters. Bloodletter's an okay trick. There's also Furtic Core as ramp/fixing. I'm gonna grab that, because I am heavy in the mana values. I'll grab that in case. Dosadongo did end up coming around, so I have that weird synergy. Hi, Eulogist. You're good for self-milling. It's not a bad card, I just wish it were better. 3 Curse Crafters! Yeah, I could have sworn that we had done a Hapatra deck, and it was just very weak because Nest of Scarabs was like the only thing it really does. We'll have to check, But yeah, Wither and all the -1/-1 counter synergies are getting crazy boosted in this set, which makes me super happy. All right, we're gonna have to leave half this deck on the cutting room floor because there's too much here. I want to keep my Curse Crafters. They're good for biting things. Definitely want to keep my removal. I'm gonna take out the Spikeling. I will take out maybe Morkant's Loyalist because I don't have that many elves, even though it is good value. Keeping the 3 into 4s is also really nice. The Brute is just another way for me to use up -1/-1 counters, but it's not that good, but it has the potential, like, over time, like, it can be a 4 or 5, which is cool. I do kind of want to keep in the Diviner Dose of Dawnglow, so I will. I didn't take the second Wildvide Pummeler. I didn't take the other thing. I kind of regret it. It's like, I wanted to do the thing with Tam and didn't. Dang it, Amy. You had a chance. Blackthorn, kind of cute. It's card draw. Isn't 3 colors kind of brave? I got fixing. Don't worry about it. I got fixing. I got ramp. I got scramp. I got Scrixin. I kind of want to take out 10 of Sprigs, though. It's nice that it's not dead endgame. But I think I'd rather have the Furtic Core fitting in that. There were counter removals other than Dawnhand Dissident. This is able to remove counters. I'm debating if I want to take this out. Even though it's a Garblin, so it's good for that. Once we hit 4 colors, I want to do a 5-color, like, crazy vivid deck. I don't know what payoff would push me to get there. I would say this is the card that's the most, like, brave to try to play, because it's double black and it's casting cost. I'm gonna go down on 1 Dream Caesar. See how it goes. Ah, but no, I want to have 4 drops for the Flamecasters. You're back in, bud. You're back in, bud. Taking out the Brute. I gotta believe. Chomping Changeling out because I don't know if they're gonna have things for me to destroy. Great! Tiffany and Joe, thank you for the 37-month resub! So I'm not sure. Wow, I have only green mana and only black and red in hand. I'm gonna mulligan. Much better fixing. Got a bunch of 4s, and I think I'll have to put back this Wildvine Pummeler. I only have black creatures here. But I'll use this to get red, so I have all of my colors. Boop. They get some removal, but it's not useful removal. This is not like early removal. It's great removal, I think, for this set, though. 5 mana, exile target creature. Gets you something. I don't have any creatures to blight. And you do need something to blight in order to blight. Alright, chat, will I get a land off the top? Moment of truth. Ow, oof, owie. Shadowmoor's taken over. Yeah, the map on this is really cool. So it has to do with the difference between your life totals. If you're losing, Shadowmoor grows. And I sacrificed a creature and got 3 cards here. Nice. I feel like Dream Seezer makes them discard and can trade into that. But I like this Gut Spitter gang. And I can blight and blight and blight and then use this intimidation. Are they gonna just exile it though? Well, got them to use good removal. And now the auntie's swinging for 3. They can blight some more. At least they also have the blight rot. I think anything I played was probably gonna get hit. Curse Crafter versus Dream Seezer here. Dream Seezer. With this pseudo Thoughtseize art. Some Thinksies. They dropped another Crystal Glutton. This art's fun. This guy's eating everything. Crunch and crack, gnaw and snap. Be the snacker or be the snack. He's eating snakes. He's eating pigs. He's eating chicken. He's eating everything. Swings in as a 2/3. Wow, Boneclunk Berserker getting thick for them. I feel like this is worth just... I'll blight 1, take out that Bone Club Berserker, because this has Death Touch, and I'll just trade it into whatever. Goblini. Goblinis. Oh, Goat Nap! Oh, and they can blight him! Oh, that's cute. Oh, and it also draws him a card because it's a goblin dying. That's so cute. Was the exile card sorcery? Yes, the one that blights and then put 3 cards in exile is Burning Curiosity. It's at, like, its floor is 3 mana, Impulse Draw 2. But if you do the blight 1, it's 3, which is cool. That'll also lose me an extra life, because it was a goblin dying. I could reanimate Dream Seezer or just play the one in my hand. I could also use this... You know what? This is actually lines up really well, because I have 2 cards in hand, and I have a creature with a -1/-1 counter on it. Nice! What did I hit? I hit Gangly Stompling and another Goat Nap! Okay, yeah, I'm happy about that. I'm at 5 life. Nice dagger. They could give this guy a dagger. Make that into a trade. Don't mind that. Yeah, they're deep into goblin stuff. Because otherwise they would not be playing like, oh, I exiled it. The 4 mana critter. I got nothing to blight there. That's instant? Yeah, nice. No, I'm good. No blight. Hit him with the goat. I'll get you, goat. I might actually use the destroy target artifact mode if they, like, equip and swing here. Because that should get me, like, both parts of it dead. Because it becomes a 1/1. I got a 3/2. Perfect. Holding a card in hand. Okay, it's a 5/4. Oh, and they couldn't avoid the blight because they had equipped. Oh, I got my synergy! All right, sweet. Surveil. I'll put that away. I'll keep that on top. Okay. So this is the synergy I really wanted, where you reanimate with Twilight Diviner in play. Because then I get an extra one. Hi, it's not a permanent. Auntie's sentence doesn't do it. You could have killed the Caesar. Could have killed my Caesar salad. So now I'm gonna have an army of this goblin. Ooh, yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, I could do it in their upkeep and make them discard. That's not that useful, though. I don't think I need to do that. I'm just gonna make an army of the Curse Crafters. This, I feel like, protects me and gives me a good clock. How goes Lorwyn? Pretty rad. Curse Crafter.
How goes Lorwyn?
Yeah, Twilight Diviner, I think, has very good legs in a bunch of different decks, especially commander decks. Yeah, can I turn it around? I think so. I just have to hope they don't draw anything too good, but, like, the pressure here is huge. Especially because if they block one of these, their creature will die, and they'll lose 2 extra life. Alright, Vecta 27, what is it? Alright, so they're unbearing double goblins. This one gives them the most blockers, Elder Auntie. Swing in with all of them. Diviner will go into tons of Reanimator decks, yeah. Nice! Playing a little blocker and winning the game! GG, Vector. Yeah, they ran out of steam. Untapped is what's letting you look at the cards. Ultraman! Sweet. I have turn 2 plays. I have a way to use up some funky blight. I get that black mana. This can get me green mana if I need it. First Crafter. You gonna kill it? No? Okay. I kind of want to wait to play this until I have a creature in graveyard, even though it takes a turn to use. Surveil. Gets me green mana, but I already kind of have green mana. I'm gonna risk that. I'm gonna put that in the graveyard. Play this boggart. Bog camp. Okay, so they're blighting this, killing this, to exile that. I unfortunately don't have anything else to really put the counters on. But sure, you know what? I'm going to put it on my own Curse Crafter, because it's going away anyway. I could put it onto something just to, like, enable the Dissident. But now I have a creature in graveyard, so I'm going to play this out. I thought about putting it on Wicker Maw, but, like, I don't think I need to. This does its own blight. I can also just Grave Shifter things back. Probably gonna save Grave Shifter to bring this back because I feel like this is the must kill card. Oh no, but they're not killing it, they're exiling it. Oh, no, wait, never mind, they're hitting the Curse Crafter. All right. Well, it makes it harder for me to have enough blight, but that's fine. It also, like, puts cards into the graveyard for you. I feel like it's doing everything. Yeah, I'll, fight once, fail one. It's also graveyard hate if you need it to be. I'm gonna blight one to surveil one. I could just play Tam next turn. Whee. Hi, I need my stuff to die so I can bring it back. Don't make me kill my own things just to do things. Ooh, Bray of Clan Stout Arm. So she's able to give lifelink and, like, throw things. I feel like she's pretty good. How does Lorwyn feel in Limited? Pretty good. Pretty good to me, at least. Land. If I transform the artifact to a 4/4 and blight it, did a counter stay on it after it reverts? Yes. Oh my god, I am not finding cards in graveyard. Whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna just demonstrate this for the sake of demonstrating it here. Look, I got a creature. I'm just gonna put it in the graveyard so I have something to do with it. No. I would need to animate it now, though, to remove the counter. But that's... I'll need to blight 2 anyway in order to reanimate. Yeah, flying and lifelink, and that's also going to get them a card advantage every turn. If I had removal for this, I would take it. Or allow one to surveil. Ooh, they blighted Bray? Huh. Would this work on itself if it reanimated? No, it says other. I just want to get rid of Bray. And so I will. No, this exiles. Ooh, nice! So they can now blight this and use this as removal. So Tam can protect everything but herself. So, in response to this, I'm going to make the Dawn Hand Dissident all colors, and then I am going to blight to grab this Diviner, blighting on the thing that they're killing anyway. I can animate. Mostly I just need to get another counter on something. I will. Okay, Flamecaster. With what they're currently doing, I'm just going to put that in the graveyard. We got the Diviner. 1, 2, 3. Blight is very cool for limited. And I'm going to destroy this elm before it can do anything else, because I am actually worried about that synergy there. Number go up. You can't guarantee you'll still have your creature because they can exile them. Cool. I assume they're blighting and just doing this to draw cards. Great. I can't kill it, so I won't even bother blocking. Formiga Amiga! Thank you for the sub! Ooh, I might actually blight this just to kill that. So blighting that is better for recasting things. I think I could recast Tam this turn. Oh no, because that costs 4. Oh no, that would still work. Or I could Dream Caesar. Yeah. Dream Caesar. I hardly know her. Blighted. Fight for my blight to party. I grab the grave. No wait. I can only play the Tam, so I'll grab the Tam. If I kill this in response, or get rid of that, I won't be able to use this. But I can do it next turn. Nice. I have Wickermaw who's been giving me fixing. Thank you, Foraging Wickermaw. Oh my gosh, even more ways to use those -1/-1 counters. These trees are so good for it. Yeah, Gnarlbark Elm, Moonlit Lamenter. They got some cool synergy there. I think Blight is one of the coolest things about this set. As somebody who loves -1/-1 counters and, like, missed them. I still miss them. Miss them to this day. Sure, I'll bite that. Because that can use the -1/-1 counters too well. No! Oh, dang, my engine. Yeah, I shouldn't have spent the turn putting the counter on this just to show that I could. Because somebody in chat was asking, that's why I did it. That's alright. Oh wait, this is Flash. Whatever, doing it now. Yeah, Bitterblossom was always good, so I assume Bitterbloomberry will also be hella fine. Nice, they're gonna blight that so they can use it to draw more cards. It's real good. Great place to put your counters. Do you blight just to draw more cards here? Yeah. Yeah, they only have 10 cards left in their deck. I haven't drawn that many extra cards. I did put them in my graveyard. Hovel Hurler lets them give some flying. Also more -1/-1 counter stuff. Okay, killing the Dream Caesar. Yeah, they have 7 cards left. They are 10 cards deeper than me, and I don't think they've really done much self-mill. Yeah, I have the little secret 3/3 here. They milled 2? Oh, they did mill 2. Okay. On Scarblight Scout, yeah. Ooh, Pitiless Fist. I don't have any great fights for this right now. So I'll just save it. Chill. Rick Chef, thank you for gifting a sub to Alusha. Bitterbloom Bearer being a flash 2-drop is so nice. Aw, dang. All right, well, I held a card in hand, and they're gonna make me regret it. Kill the flyer with a token. That's what I was considering doing. Turns out wouldn't have made too much of a difference. Making it so I can't just double block. Gonna take 7. Scooching that over. Go to 8. Uh-oh. All right, I can kill the bearer. I feel like they're gonna win this. They got the juice. I still got some good cards left in my deck. The problem is finding them. Everybody's birds. Birds. Kerchumpins. Kerclunkins. I don't think I have anything that could, like, buff all those fairies for a lethal swing next turn. Rough. Good game. Yeah, good trees. Good game. And they take me out. Nice. The map changes based on, yes, the difference between you and your opponent's life total. I think it's cool. It's like moves back and forth. There's not any clickables on the map. At least I didn't see any. But instead, it's like the reactive map, which is different from anything we've had before. Polymer. I will get a second black, but for now, like, I have a turn 2 playable. That's rad. Okay, even better. I'm just gonna chill, and I remembered that it has flash. Dodge that sorcery speed removal, my sweetie. Heck yeah! Bloop. I don't need another land. I will take the giant fall. I don't think I've seen the Aether Drift map since Aether Drift was, like, the only draft format available. Thank you for giving this trample in haste, I guess. Okay, so they got removal for this, but I have ways to bring it back since it wasn't exiled. I should have held up the giant fall. Boop, boop. You had a Voodoo Ranger. Nice. One of my former sponsors. They're, very heavy on the booze. Alright, I'm going to kill that before they cast any spells. Nice. Play the Curse Crafter swinging. Yeah, they're like high ABV beers that tend to be like either very hoppy or very sweet, depending on which one you're looking at. They're not my favorite as far as like good tasting beers go, but they're fun party beers. Yeah, the Death Touch bite. Okay. Counters can't be put on this, so I can't blight it. Such tragedy. Doesn't matter, still swinging in with all these. I only have like one card that triggers this, so it's a 3-mana 3/3 that's surveilled too. Is there POV the shadow side taking over? Yeah, it's always the same point of view. Alright, we are going to hit their hand. I have nothing to remove counters from. And I am going to thin my deck with the Evolving Wilds. They dropped double blue removal and another Blossom Bind. So 2 pieces of removal. Okay, Illusion Spinners. Illusions, Michael. This still has its trigger, though. And I'm gonna blight the Death Toucher. Make them discard. It was a mountain. And the most little guys on the ground. I'm still swinging in because it should trigger the Curse Crafter, and that forces them to block with this. Nice. And I'll play this Caesar. No, I don't want to blight. Their hand's empty. Cinder Strike. Cool. 2-turn clock. How vile. And if that dies, should win. Unless they get rid of that. Nice. Perfect. Victory. You don't know enough about Transformers lore. Is the Allspark like an Aether Spark? No. Depending on the continuity, it's like... It's a reproductive piece. It's where their sparks, their souls are stored. Sometimes that's a well of all sparks, though. Sometimes it's just like a powerful piece. Yeah, it helps make more Transformers in most lore. It's, But but it depends on what you're looking at. Sometimes it's what gives life. So it's like you have a frame and you use the Allspark to give it life. Has that Lorwyn limited? I mean, I got Goblin Synergy in this hand, so I'm happy. Behold! Goblinis!
Goblin. Goblini too.
Morkant's eyes. What do your elf eyes see? Eventually a bunch of elves. I feel like this is a pretty good card for limited. Ooh, I'm about to bite the hell out of that guy. Oh, yeah, I ain't waiting. You! Bite that guy! Thank you for biting Tristan. He's now an elf in the graveyard. This is, by the way, this is just like a 3/4 with Death Touch, but it also will be like milling and then just elf, making your opponent lose life. Ah! They hexed him. Bonk.
Get him.
Is the Lorwyn story good? I didn't really like it. I like the setting. I think that it has two main groups of characters. New characters, which are actually all Strixhaven students, and like one elf, two elves. And then reappearing characters, which are all from the old Lorwyn set, or are Oko and Ajani. Ajani doesn't really have any business being there. He's just kind of like, I don't know, to fill out a planeswalker in the set. And Oko is there because it turns out, oh, he's the Prince of Shadowmoor, and we've only been seeing his Lorwyn side. And, oh, he helped save his sister, who is Marilyn, because he was one of Una's creations. Like, yeah, sure, that vaguely makes sense. Gotta hype Strixhaven somehow? I feel like Strixhaven and, like, Arcabios hold their own. I don't think they made Oko that terrifying. I don't think they made him as scary as his original appearance. Like, I think Oko in his first showing is his best showing. Where he is like, yeah, I don't really respect people's autonomy. I'm an anarchist. And I'd kind of like to destabilize your plane just for the hell of it. Whereas in this, like, yeah, he does elk somebody, but there's no reason for him to turn things into elks instead of, say, I don't know, like a pigeon. Yeah, I think Wildered Quest Oko is peak Oko, and every Oko since then is just kind of like the Flanderized Oko. Elcarino, Kitterinos. He turns them into bunnies. He does turn some into bunnies, but before they even say his name, he turns somebody into an elk. And it's like, oh, it's freaking Oko. Why is it always Oko? I'm glad you liked the story. I just wish it weren't an isekai and that it leaned more on, I don't know, like some new storytelling around the day-night shift. I feel like there was room for that. The Elka guy, one time, it made sense in Wildered Quest. It had to do with the hunt. No! Oh, wait, I can still use it for mana? No, because it gets tapped! Ah! Fine. Rude. One little guy. Dog, don't play Spelt in a Snare in your draft. Like, I'm glad it worked for you, but don't do that. That's a constructed card. You elk somebody one time, suddenly you're the elk guy. For real, though. Golden Kumquat, thank you for the 60-month
5 years.
resub. Ooh, you gonna blight? Nice. I guess I'll just Grave Shifter that back. Safe Cavalry would be cool, too.
Yes, please.
How's the set so far? It's cool. I'm having fun experimenting with, like, the blight stuff. Yeah. I still need to reread the original Wildered Quest story. I still have the ebook. Because I'm pretty sure they described him as looking the way that elves do on his plane. Or sorry, the way that fairies do on his plane, which is why he resembles an elf on Eldraine. Unexpected assistance. Yeah, like Oko's, I guess, other form is like fairy, like a fairy. But he can take any form because he's a shapeshifter. But he's not a shapeshifter in the like changeling sense of this. He's a fairy made by Una that has shape-shifting abilities. Oh, I didn't... Yeah, I didn't see too much. They're gonna get lots of lands. That's great. Fun. I'm like trying to think of what like interactive spells there are. Nice Sultai. I wonder if they have Marilyn. Yeah, if there's a bounce. I know there's a Convoke one, but sorcery speed. Rowan, yeah, Rowan is like getting some history here. I'm gonna keep this back because I feel like they have something with Flash. Is it the thing that turns something into a 4/4? No, another unexpected assistance. So this person's just like, card draw is king. Sure, man. Well, Rowan's in her bad girl thing. I'm being blighted. Nice. One Goblini. I'm still on 4 lands. Cool. They have 8 lands. Okay. It's pretty good since I can't use it to blight. I can just lose 3 life, though. Yeah, that's such a big downside for me. Ooh, but I don't want to get rid of that, so I'm going to decline and lose the life. I do have, I think one way to rid that. Yeah, because once I get, another mana, I can use this to, like, pump it. We also haven't seen Garruk in a while. Are they looking at my hand? One sec. Texting Foxy, peek at 3 p.m. milady. Not another freaking Blossom blind. Stop that. Guess I'll just have to keep losing life or losing creatures. That's horrible for me. Because I can't put the counters on it. I can't blight him. No, I can't put counters on any of these creatures. I'm trying to decide if I want Safe Right Cavalry or Grave Shifter to just go through some more. You still think that Garruk's on Muragonda? This is not protection. She gives hexproof. Would I be able to blight for free? No, it would blight the reanimated creature. Yeah, I mean, if it weren't for this causing this interaction, I think we'd be doing fine. But here, you'll get to see what happens here if I I'm just gonna lose 3 life because I can't blight. That's rough. Momoga Shadow Mod. No way. Look at that perfect fixin'. Nice. I've got Goblins. I could also go for the tree so I could ramp to 4. Well, too late now because I played this, but I do have 4 drops. A timid shield bearer can pump up their army. Nice. I'll swing in. Play a tree. I'm natural Jund. I'm a natural Junder. Alright, I'm gonna swing with this Curse Crafter. Too many lands. I'll use the Evolving Wilds to try to thin the deck. Light you. Make them discard. And then I'll use the Evolving Wilds, and I think I'll get... Or I guess another red source, since I have another black, I have another green. Even though I only have really double black, I think, in the deck. Shield Bearers swinging in. A Wary Farmer. Nice. Very blightable. If I do it in the other order, I get the extra ping. I think I'll blight just more onto this. The Mana Dork. Do we know anything about the sets coming out in 2027? We know we're getting the third Marvel set, which I assume is going to be X-Men, because it would be a shame if it weren't. Oh, Spiral into Solitude. Can't attack or block. At least I can blight onto it. Alright, well, I guess I'll blight. It's not like the last thing where it was the blue. That was rough. Enrage Flamecaster. If I cast Big Thing, it hurt you. Come on, top deck Big Thing. Top deck Big Thing! You know it's gonna be a land. Thoughtweft Lieutenant is going to be able to buff. I'll trade it with the Curse Crafter, I think. Or do I just want to take 4 here? No, I'm just gonna take 4. Life totals getting closer to even. Start fisting. A normal thing that people say. I'm gonna try to pitilessly fist the lieutenant. They just let you say words. That's great. You say that 3 times a day? Yeah, by the way, they're kind of mana screwed. I don't think you need much mana to make Selesnya Kithkin go. But the fact that they've only hit 3 is kind of rough. Ooh! Okay, so they buffed it in response, so the fight is going to trade. That's pretty good for them. But I can still attack and take them to 3. And they'll lose a life if this dies from the Curse Crafter. So I need to draw a spell that costs 4 or more, and I kill this guy to its own ability. Perfect. I ain't blocking. Okay, it didn't get a spell at all. That's fine. I'm just going to attack in, I think, with the Curse Crafter. And I'll go in with both. Ooh, you got more Convocables? No, Indestructible Aura. Oop, I guess I should have left that back so I'd have that reach. Not literally reach, but like it does have reach. I mean, the cast a spell, win the game. Bye, Great Forest Druid. Another boggart. And they have lethal. Nice. Good game. And night takes over. A sudden shift. GG. Well, that was a fun draft. I got to jund him out. I got to play some cards. I wanted to do Vivid and then did not get Vivid cards, but you know what? I tried, and that's what matters. Thank you, Wizards, for letting me play in the early access. That was a good time.